Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into the Alex G. Spano Center for this West Coast Conference volleyball matchup featuring the Portland Pilots and the University of Pacific Tigers. Jeff, Dominic with you. Thank you very much for joining us. Both teams one game under 500 and looking to get things back into action. The Portland Pilots had a little bit of a struggle, and they've lost 3 in a row. They actually just came off of a match against the St. Mary's Gales, where the Gales took 3 straight sets for the match victory. Pilots were led by Liz Rich and Shayla Heft. Rich with 11 kills and Heft with 9. And for the Tigers, they dropped a little bit of a shocker. They were up 2 sets against Gonzaga and then fell 3 straight. And they were led at that time. They were led by, excuse me, Riley Patterson, who had 19 kills. Allison Denneman with 13. And Carissa Bradford had 12. So both teams and for the Tigers, they dropped that one, and it will actually move them to 4 straight losses. So both teams trying to get back into the rhythm to finish off the season. Just a few games remaining in the West Coast Conference play as well as in the season entirety. For the Pilots, they're led by Liz Rich. Rich, the outside hitter, 6'1" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. She'll be the one to focus on throughout this afternoon for the Pilots and for the Tigers. They've actually been held by 2 different Tigers, but the most notable one is Riley Patterson, 351 kills, and Allison Denneman with 296, both of them hitting right around the high 150s, low 160s, so there will be the 2 focal points. But don't forget about Kennedy Kaminsky or Sedona Sherman or Carissa Bradford, all in the mid-range of the 100 marks. Kaminsky with 176, Sherman 145, and Bradford at 183. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a moment. The national anthem up next here from the Alex G. Spano Center on the WCC Network. was a great rendition by the a cappella group in the local 209 area that just did the national anthem. The starting lineups coming out first for the visiting Portland Pilots. They sit at 11 and 12. Doing a quick look to see who was being announced. It looks like Emma Scanlon, the libero and defensive specialist, the redshirt junior from Moraga, California, to lead the way out onto the court here in the Alex G. Spano Center. Liz Rich was just announced, as well as Kelly Hughes. She'll be the setter, the junior from Livermore, California. Katie Barker, as well as Cassidy Naoni and Shayla Heft, and the libero, Carrie Williams, all came out. They will be wearing the black, all black actually, jerseys with Portland across their chest and in the numbers in purple, a little bit of a white trim. The Pacific Tigers are being announced currently right now wearing the all white, black shorts, and orange numbers with Pacific written across the top of their back. And of course the libero, Jaden Tubbs, will wear the orange jersey, basically just the opposite of exactly what the other players are wearing. White number and Pacific across her back written in white. They'll have Gabby Leo, Allison Denneman, Jaden Tubbs, we just mentioned, Kennedy Kaminsky, Sedona Sherman, and Carissa Bradford and Riley Patterson for the Tigers. The Portland Pilots are led by head coach Jeff Baxter. He's in his second season. Megan Burton in her first year is the assistant coach. For the Tigers, they are led by head coach Greg Gibbons in his 10th season. Corey Ricks in his second is the assistant coach. Katie Huckman in her first season. Both teams right out in the center of their court, of their area of the court, getting announced. The Tigers from your screen will go from left to right. And they are wearing the all white, about to get things going. I believe it'll be Portland that will serve first. And the Tigers 1-6 this season at home, looking to get their rest of their season ending on a high note. Just a few games remaining. One more actually home game for them. Take a quick look at their schedule. They'll take on St. Mary's, and that's in November 22nd. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. They also have Loyola Marymount, Pepperdine, and Santa Clara on the road to round up their season. Jaden Chubbs was just allowed to go onto the court, and so she will join the rest of her teammates, and we are just about ready to go here at the Alex G. Spano Center. And I lied. It's going to be Gabby Leo for the Tigers that will take the first serve. Leo, a sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. Also the setter for the Tigers. Nice little start off as it's set by the Pilots, and a little bit of a lofted shot by Barker. Patterson had her first attempt, was blocked, and then she knocked it over. Denneman will start things up, and a first block up in the middle. Barker, among others, for the Pilots, will get the first point of the afternoon. Patterson had a little bit of trouble with that one, so from the fairly backside, it'll be Patterson that will had a strong swing. Leo with the set. A little bit of a miss hit by the Tigers. Now it'll be Leo this time. It'll be Patterson with the swing. That will be off the tips of the front line for the Pilots. A little lofted shot. Tubbs with the dig. This one will be blocked at the front line once again. Barker. My apologies, that was not Barker with the block. It looked on my side it was going to be Barker with the block, but it was actually a kill by actually Bradford, who will now go back there to serve it up for the Tigers. Gabby Leo tried to keep that one alive for the Tigers, and it'll be a point for the Pilots to not catch the number that got the kill. It'll be an ace. Tubbs kind of went to her left, and it kind of went off of her left arm. The ace will be provided by Grace Zilbert, the freshman from Portland, Oregon. This time Tubbs has it. Set by Leo, and it's going to be a misplay off of Leo. She kind of slipped as she was trying to set it up for her teammate, Sedona Sherman. Zilbert once again, that will be out of play. And an error for Zilbert on the service error. Jaden Tubbs that will serve it up. And that last kill for the Pilots was Barker actually got got the kill. There's going to be a returning of the ace, and that will be Jaden Tubbs. For Tubbs, that is her 30th ace. Tubbs with the dig that goes all the way on the other side, an overpass. Blocked by Denneman, but it'll go out of play off the block. I believe that might have been Barker once again. Either Barker or it might have been Forrest. In the meantime, Barker now will be back to serve. Pilots lead 5-3, and that will go into the net. Second service error of the afternoon for the Pilots. And the Tigers will have a side out and go to Riley Patterson. Patterson with a nice deep serve. Had a little bit of a tough play by the Pilots. Fight at the net will be taken over by the Pilots. They'll keep it alive, and there's going to be a long shot on the far side. Across court attempt by Cassidy Naoni, and this set is now tied up at 5 apiece. Another deep serve played off by the libero, and a little dump over, kept alive for a moment by Kennedy Kaminsky, and she just got her right hand on it, and it kind of actually threw off. I believe it was Denneman that was trying to keep it alive, and she might have had a play on it if Kennedy Kaminsky did not tap it over. Then her momentum was going one way and kind of affected that. A service over towards Bradford's side. Denneman with a long shot. That'll be a little too far. Head coach Greg Gibbons saying finish up that swing. Basically just kind of more or less the follow through. And it was Forrest that actually had that kill as well earlier for the Pilots. There's another service error. 3 now here in the first set by the Pilots. We're getting the Tigers kind of keeping them in this one. Allison Denneman is now back over there to serve for the Tigers. Serve over towards the near side of your screen on the court. Denneman will get the dig, will set it up. A little tap over, just misplayed once again by Kennedy Kaminsky. Kaminsky, a sophomore from Chandler, Arizona, has had a lot of ups this season. 176 kills for the sophomore. This one is directed towards Denneman. A swing by Bradford. It's taken it back on the backside, and a error calling it a double against the Pilots, and the Tigers will get the point. 8-7 in favor of Portland. Just getting underway here in the first set. Kaminsky with the serve. She'll go ahead and take care of business there. It'll be Leo and Bradford. And just getting it over. A nice little setup. Gabby Leo, and then Tigers were able to keep it along. This one's a long serve. This one might, almost got settled down. This will go out of play on the free ball, and the Tigers will get the point. We're knotted up at 8 apiece. I do not envy the people that were just trying to score that one. That one was it almost went down, but then a error, and that serve went long by Kennedy Kaminsky. So the first service error by the Tigers this afternoon. It's 9-8 in favor of Portland. Gabby Leo. A nice swing by Sedona Sherman. The freshman in the middle from Litchfield Park, Arizona, gets her first kill of the afternoon. Maybe Gabby Leo. Leo's serving has really improved over this, honestly, this season. Leo will dig it out. It'll be Tubbs. And a swing by Riley Patterson. She'll get her first kill. The Tigers now lead 10-9. But Leo's serve has really kind of had a little bit of a good swing and a diving arc to it. A little tap over, taken away by Bradford, and a swing by Patterson. This one is taken care of by the Portland Pilots. Now a swing by them on the far side, near side of your screen. A little tap over will be a good kill by Carissa Bradford. She gets her second kill. Head coach Greg Gibbons gets up in front of me and actually just mentioned something to Riley Patterson, maybe a little bit of a defensive alignment. Another good serve by Gabby Leo. Deneman to Leo, and it'll be Bradford once again. A little tap over, and Bradford will go ahead and take care of business. Deneman with a backcourt swing. A little give and go to action between Leo and Sherman. This time Leo, and now Sherman, and that'll be sent down by Sedona Sherman, so now she has 2 kills in this first set. Tigers have held serve and scored 4 straight. That's kind of what I was mentioning. That's another block, this time blocked over. Taken care of by Leo. That'll be Patterson, and that'll be into the net. So a side out, and Portland will take over on the serve. On the far side, it will be Kelly Hughes, the setter for the Portland Pilots. The junior from Livermore. A nice serve. Leo. And a block up in the front by Barker and Rich. 12-11 in favor of the Tigers. Portland at the serve. And it was Riley Patterson, kind of was not expecting it. Kind of got on her back heels a little bit. And after a little run by the Tigers, now the Portland Pilots have one of their own 3 in a row. And they've tied it up at 12 apiece. Deneman. And Riley Patterson kept it alive amazingly, and this one will go out of play, or go in play, but out of the reach of Deneman. Barker with the kill. But Patterson went over the seats. And now head coach Greg Gibbons is going to make sure that she's okay, and she kind of has a little bit of a wry smile at making sure that the athletic trainer Annette Martinez is going to make sure, because she went over the bench in order to keep that one alive. Denneman had the free ball over, and then the kill by Barker for the Pilots after that was all said and done. Attempt by Sedona Sherman. This one will go out of play. And then the flag went up. Originally went down and then went up. So the error by the Pilots. And then Sharzi Sadehi will go back to serve for the Tigers. It's 13 all. And Sadehi, a nice setup. Tubbs with a nice dig. Gabby Leo will set it up, and from a little bit of a back swing, but a good positioning by Allison Denneman will get her first kill of the afternoon and give the Tigers to regain the lead at 14-13. Sadehi with the serve. Another nice serve. Set by the Pilots, a swing and blocked up in the front end by the Tigers. This time Riley Patterson will go up in the air, and it will be just a cross-court swing that goes too far, and an error on Patterson. Just quickly looking at Patterson after she went over. Certified trainer Annette Martinez was looking at her hands. Denneman with a swing gets blocked up in the front. Pilots with an opportunity. That one's blocked by Patterson. Set by Tubbs. Denneman. And that will go out. That will be Denneman's kill. And they'll retake the lead, and that will give us a little bit of a timeout, so we'll kind of look at some of the numbers while we get a chance. Tigers lead this one 15-14. And some of the numbers, Denneman is right even. She has one kill. Actually, it needs to be updated. It'll be 2 kills, 1 error, and there it is on times attacked, and she's at 167. Claire Forrest leads the way for the Pilots. She's got 2 kills. She's at 200. Right now the team is at 077, while the Tigers at 080 are both looking to kind of more or less just find a rhythm. And for the Portland Pilots, really the service errors are the account of where they are standing with just trailing by 1. They've had 3 while the Tigers have only had 1. And that's really the point differential, too. It's the Tigers lead by 1. Be Jaden Tubbs that's doing it. So it'll be Jaden Tubbs that will go ahead and continue her serve as the Tigers lead 15-14. Swing, Gabby Leo sends it back over towards the Portland side. Another swing, this one by Patterson. Sadehi keeps it alive. Patterson will just keep it going, and it will go out of play off the free ball. So it'll be Katie Barker that will serve it for Portland. Sadehi to Leo. Patterson. Sadehi keeps it alive. And Patterson gets another opportunity. This one will go out of play, and it'll go to Patterson. Another good serve by Patterson. And that one will go and hit the camera. Claire Forrest tried to keep it going. So the Tigers, it's a little bit of a timeout with the camera being reset. So head coach Greg Gibbons will bring his team in, as well as for Portland. Actually, it looks like Megan Burton brought everyone together right as I said that Jeff Baxter moved in and went to have a conversation. You see head coach Greg Gibbons currently right now, and Corey Ricks for that matter, both giving a little bit of information. Patterson with another nice serve from the back far corner. Tubbs with a nice play. Set up, Patterson, that'll go too far. Couple of substitutions going to the back in order to serve is Scanlon. Sadehi to Deneman, and a good kill by Deneman. She'll get her third kill of the afternoon. Sadehi will set down, and Deneman will go back to serve. Coming in originally was, I believe that was Kaminsky that came in place of Sadehi. So Sadehi gets some good time. 18-16 in favor of the Tigers. Played in the backside. Deneman with the dig. Kept alive by Leo, and a long backcourt serve by Patterson, and the Pilots will go ahead and get the kill. I think that was Shayla Heft. That was Naoni that will serve it. Leo with the set. Tried to keep it alive was Tubbs. After the block by the Portland Pilots, it's Carissa Bradford. Tigers lead, oh, actually, excuse me, it's 18-18. Corrected the scoring just a moment ago. Leo, a block off the block, going out of play for Carissa Bradford, her third kill. So Kennedy Kaminsky will serve it. Service error by Kaminsky. A little bit of a tough afternoon in her early start. But right now, Deneman and Bradford leading the way with 3 kills for the Tigers. 19-19 here in set number 1. Just Williams that served it up. A little bit of a tough play. And off the tips of the fingers. Double check. I believe it was Helm off of Helm's fingers. But Bradford will get the kill, and Gabby Leo will be back to serve. Leo had a little bit of a help with a run here early on. A free ball played over by the Pilots. And then Bradford with another opportunity. The swing will go into the back line and taken care of. The block up in the front. Riley Patterson with a little bit of a smile along with Sedona Sherman. Both kind of combined for the block. They now lead by 2 to the Tigers. 21-19 in this first set. Forrest and Heft both with 2 kills apiece. A bit of a tough play, a dump over. Patterson right in front of us. And a fight, and another bright smile, this time by Carissa Bradford. I think she's going to get credited with the kill. And a timeout will be called by the Pilots. Carissa Bradford kept that one alive for the Tigers, and kind of just had a fight at the net, and she kind of pushed that one just enough over. Let's run over some of the numbers real quick. Yeah. Right now, Pilots hitting .061. The Tigers have improved. They're 143. And they are led. Actually, Carissa Bradford had 6 kills. I misspoke when I said that was her 5th. Or I think my numbers may have played tricks on me. I think I gave Sedona Sherman an extra kill, in which I did. She has 1. Denneman at 286. Carissa Bradford at 286. And the hitting percentage. 2 service errors for the Tigers, as well as, or excuse me, I should say that, but the Pilots have 3. 22-19 as we get you the rest of the way here for set number 1 is Gabby Leo right over the net. Played well enough by the Pilots. A swing. Denneman on the overpass. And the Pilots with another opportunity, and that one gets through the block. And the Pilots will get the kill, and it's gonna be Liz Rich on the kill. For Rich, that's actually her first kill. Attempt on the backside of Bradford. That one will go too long and off the hands of Denneman, who touched it last. And now we'll get a timeout by head coach Greg Gibbons. So head coach Greg Gibbons is going to have a little bit of a conversation as they lead, the Tigers lead 22-21. But Liz Rich with 2 kills, Shayla Heft with 2, as well as Forrest with 2. Claire Forrest, the sophomore from Pasadena, California. Heft came in today at 254 kills. Liz Rich, who I honestly thought would have been the biggest focus with her 309 kills. She's averaging 3.5 per set. She's only right now showing, she actually has 2, so she's close to her average for the set, but had a little bit of a tough time trying to get through the middle of the Tigers' attack. And a correction, they actually put her down to 1. So actually, that's not correct. She should have 2. She's going to have 2. The updates haven't caught up. That will get off the tips, and the kill will be credited to Carissa Bradford. She's got 7 now. Head coach Greg Gibbons gives her a little bit of a reassuring high five and of what she's done in this first set. Sadehi will go back to serve. Sharzi Sadehi, the freshman from Manhattan Beach. Another nice serve, played toughly by the Portland Pilots, and it'll be a free ball over. Sadehi will go and take care of it. Set up by Leo. A tap over and a kill for Riley Patterson. And she just kind of punched it over and over towards the near side corner on the back row. And this is set point. Sadehi will do the honors to try and get the Tigers the set win. That'll go too far, so we will have to wait to see how this one will play out. 24-22. It'll be Zilbert that will serve it. Sadehi take care of it, and then Patterson with a swing. Nice swing. Portland played it well. Tap over. Patterson will go ahead and take care of it. Gabby Leo and Denneman. Tubbs. This one will go too far. And the Tigers will take set 1, 25-22. And for the Tigers, they'll get their first set, take the first set, and that means we get to take the break. They will switch sides. Tigers lead this one 1-0 over the Portland Pilots from the Alex G. Spano Center on the WCC Network. back here at the Alex G. Spano Center between the Portland Pilots and University of Pacific women's volleyball. The Tigers took set one 25-22. Get you caught up on some of the numbers for that first set. The Portland Pilots hit 108, only 7 kills on the 37 attempts and only 3 errors, while the Tigers 15 kills, 7 errors, and on 40 attempts. They hit right at 200. Both teams sort of improved as the set went on. The service errors went to 3 apiece, both of them with 1 ace. It was Gabby Leo with 12 assists, while Jaden Tubbs had 2 and Sedona Sherman had 1. Kelly Hughes with 5 assists. Nailani Helm with 1. And 2 errors for their set, trying to do it in the attempts of a set. The blocks, Portland Pilots had 2 combined blocks, but 4 on the assists, while the Tigers had 2. Pilots will have the initial serve here for the second set. And on the back, it'll be Kelly Hughes, the junior from Livermore, California. Patterson to Leo. And a swing. And the game that Carissa Bradford is having is, she's actually off to a hot start. She has 8 kills now. The Tigers will take the first point of set 2. Sharzi Sadehi will start it off, and that was played closely on the back line. A swing. And the first point for Portland goes to Liz Rich. Grace Zilbert, the freshman, will go back to serve for the Pilots. Leo with the set. Denneman with the attempt. That one's kept alive. Tubbs actually kind of just did the splits. Patterson will just tap it over. Played over by the Pilots. Tubbs, Patterson, and a swing, and Patterson will get the kill. Patterson with her 4th kill. And after her kill, it will be Sedona Sherman. Set and a swing, kept alive, or momentarily kept alive, but the kill will go to Cassidy Naoni. Kerry Williams, the libero, will have a seat. Barker with the serve. Leo, swing. Another swing. This one will go down on the overpass. That kill will go to Kennedy Kaminsky, and I believe that's her first kill of the afternoon. She's had a little bit of a tough start to the match, but that we will see if that can get her going. She's had a lot of good teammates help her out. And there's a block in front by Denneman. Patterson with a nice serve. It'll go towards the back line. Attempt, and that will be a nice kill for Portland's Kerry Williams, the junior from Hawaii. And a correction, I said it was Kerry Williams. I believe it was Claire Forrest. So my apologies there. Denneman, and that one straight up, hit in the kind of right more in the lower chin area. Kept alive for a moment and was finally knocked out of play. The kill will go to Denneman, her 4th of the afternoon. And after the kill, she'll go over towards the bench and will serve it for the Tigers. A sophomore. Dump over, played still by Patterson. And the block up in the front line by Portland's Neilani Helm, amongst others. Tigers lead 5-4. Last time these two teams met, it was a 5-set match. Tubbs keeps it around, and Bradford will just get it over. Played on the overpass, and that was hit so hard it had to be an overpass. This time the Tigers will control it. Gabby Leo. And played too hard by Kaminsky. Head coach Greg Gibbons was going to look to see if there was going to be a challenge. Kaminsky believed it was touched. It was not. Now we're tied up at 5 apiece. From the back line, Patterson kept alive. Gabby Leo, Patterson, another nice swing. Both teams keeping it alive, and that'll be a double touch. It was Helm that was attempting to do another dump over, and it's the second time she's tried to do that in this set, and last time it was almost successful. This time she misplayed it. Jaden Tubbs with the serve. Helm, and that will go too far on the swing by the Pilots, Shayla Heft. Seven, 5, and Tubbs this time will overpass played on by the Tigers. Patterson, another nice swing. Helm, a little tap over. Leo still played alive. Fight over. Leo just kept it going. Deneman. Tigers, a little bit of a rally. This time it'll go towards Tubbs. Leo on the far side. And this one will played off by the Pilots. Strong swing. This one will go too far, and finally it'll be Rich that will end the rally for both sides. Seven to 6 in favor of the Tigers. Leo with a set. Sherman giving an attempt. Sherman will get the kill. Nice hustle by Carrie Williams among others. Once again, try and hustle and try and keep that one alive for the Pilots. This went a little too far out of their reach. Gabby Leo played perfectly by the Pilots. Tap over, kept alive by Sherman. Gabby Leo will set it up. Patterson, that's a good kill by Riley Patterson. Patterson's had a stellar season, the outside hitter from Sonora, California, the sophomore. Makes it 9 to 6 in favor of the Tigers. Leo. That one had a little trouble by the Pilots and a little bit of a deep swing that just kind of gets played over. Patterson will get the kill once again off of the hands. Off the Pilots. Quickly catch the number. It's Cassidy Naoni. So Patterson catching up to her teammate Bradford in kills. Gabby Leo has really had it given the the Pilots a little bit of a tough time. It'll be Tubbs with this set. They're going to call that was a error on Tubbs on the double. But Gabby Leo, who injured her, I believe it was her wrist or her hand, actually diving into the stands in order to keep a rally alive last season, came back this season and obviously has made some improvements to her game, serving being one of them. A tap over. by Sedona Sherman. Actually, it's been a net violation on the Pilots, excuse me. But Sedona Sherman, the way she was looking, I thought she was called for an error because it was an awkward swing by Sherman, but the Tigers will take that, and it'll be 11-7. Sadeghi will serve it. A couple of Portland Pilots converge right in front of us. Blocked in the front line by Sherman and Patterson. It's funny to watch it's so funny to watch Patterson when after she gets a block, she kind of puts her arms and kind of almost, in a way, kind of doing, yep, I did that. And attempt blocked up in the front line by Patterson and Sherman. This time, the Pilots will return the favor with Liz Rich taking a swing. Tubbs will play it to Leo, and Denneman will take a swing. That'll be blocked off by Barker. Now Patterson. Patterson will get the kill. Patterson now with 7. She's still 1 behind Bradford. Little tap over. This one will land, and it will be Claire Forrest with the kill. The 6-foot sophomore from Pasadena. Forrest gets her 4th kill of the afternoon. A nice serve and an ace will be applied for the Portland Pilots. Katie Barker. Barker will get her 2nd ace of the afternoon. And after the ace will be the service error, and the Tigers will get the point. 14-10 here in set number 2. The Tigers lead 1-0 after a 25-22 victory. Sadeghi will play it on the overpass, and Pilots will get the point. Claire Forrest and Kelly Hughes will both have a seat. Emma Scanlon, the redshirt junior, will serve it for the Pilots. Abby Leo to Denneman. Denneman with the swing. That will be off of her. And the block by the Pilots. I was watching Shayla Heft as well as among others up in the front in order to block it for the Pilots. They will get the point. A swing by Kaminsky. This one will be played off by Patterson. Little tap over will go and land for Allison Denneman. That'll be her 5th kill, and that will take us to the break. 15-12 in favor of the Tigers here in set number 2. Up to date on some of the kills. Claire Forrest, she leads the way for the Pilots. She has 5. She's hitting .273. And also she is followed up by Liz Rich, who has 4 kills and hitting right at 100. Tigers are led by, actually, 3 players have really kind of started to lead the way. Allison Denneman with 6. She's hitting .308. Carissa Bradford at .238. She's got 8 kills on 21 attempts. And Riley Patterson has 7, hitting .190. She also has 21 attempts. Denneman at 13 attempts. Service errors, the Pilots have 4 while the Tigers are at 3, but the Pilots do have 2 aces to the Tigers 1. Portland at 886 in the attempts. while the Tigers are at 9:23.
Let's give it up for Pacific.
10 blocks in favor of the Pilots to the Tigers 6. And it'll be Deneman that will serve it up for the Tigers as they lead 15-12. Here in set number 2. A swing and a dig out by Riley Patterson, but that will go too far. We'll check. I think that it was Shayla Heft that will get the kill. That doesn't seem right to me, but I'll double check on. I think it was Heft. Leo will set it up, a swing, and it will go down. Carissa Bradford now with 9 kills to lead the way for the Tigers. And I believe it was Heft that got the kill on that. Now have her updated with 2. Heft with a little bit of a late swing, but will get the kill. Played it perfectly, positioned perfectly, right in the middle of the defense for the Tigers, and it's 16-14 in favor of the Pilots. Excuse me, in favor of the Tigers. Gabby Leo. And right in front of Carrie Williams, the point will go to Sedona Sherman with the kill. And puts her up to now 4. Gabby Leo with a deep serve. Dumped over. Leo to her knees will keep it alive for the Tigers. Leo will set it again. Patterson with a nice swing. Kept alive by Williams. This time, this swing will go too far out of play. Liz Rich hit it just too far. A cross-court attempt. Gabby Leo with an attempt. That one will go just too far as it hit right on the WCC logo, which is literally probably about 6 inches too far of where she needed to be. Kelly Hughes back to serve for the Pilots. They trail 18-15. Leo will set it up. And a swing that will go over the head of about everybody for Carissa Bradford. She is the first in double digits for both sides. She now has 10 kills. The freshman from Granada Hills, California, really having a nice afternoon here in the first 2 sets. Dahy with the serve. Well, knock over by Rich. Tried to keep it alive, blocked by Rich as well as Barker. Grace Zilbert will go back to serve. Before that, there's going to have a little bit of a cleanup. It was right in the area where Gabby Leo was sliding in order to keep a play alive. (19-16). Both sides with both timeouts still. Been a fairly evenly played match, as that will be the service error. That's their 5th service error of the afternoon. Sedona Sherman will serve. Up blocked, and that will land right in front of me on the near side, or my side corner, in front of the bench of the Pilots, and a timeout will be called by head coach Jeff Baxter, and Megan Burton will join him to have a conversation with the entire squad right here in front of us. I'll give you some of the new information here in just a moment. So real quick, let's go ahead and get you up to date on some of the stats. The Portland Pilots they're hitting for the game 129. Tigers now at 225. An attack by set, 15 of 17 on the side outs for the Tigers, 88% in this set, while the Portland Pilots at 70%. Sedona Sherman will go back to serve, but the Tigers really in this second set have really focused on the attack in the front line. The Pilots do lead in the block 6-4. There's a nice kill by Cassidy Naoni. She'll get her second kill of the afternoon. So the Pilots trailing 21-17, a nice serve. I believe that was by Barker. Kaminsky with an attempt. Played nicely by the Pilots, and then right there in the front line, Shayla Heft with the kill. Heft gets her 5th kill. We'll double check on that. That one you can put on me. I've got to update the live stats. And that was a little miscommunication between Tubbs and Sadehi, and that's going to be a service ace, and that'll get a timeout by head coach Greg Gibbons. Double check on the updated live stats. I'll put that one on me. I meant to update it. And Naoni, that is correct. That is only her 2nd kill of the afternoon. Claire Forrest leads the way. She has 5 kills for the Pilots. She's hitting 167. Liz Rich, 4 kills on 22 attempts. She's had a little bit of a tough afternoon, and the Tigers have kind of kept in front of her in order to make it a tough afternoon. Shayla Heft, percentage-wise, with 5 kills as well. She's at 500 with 5 kills, 1 error in the 8 attempts that she's been given. Nice shot of the Portland bench by our camera crew. And the last few words being exchanged for the Pilots. There's Cassidy Naoni that was, actually I believe it was Shayla Heft that was talking to the coaching staff. And it'll be Barker that will serve it. Tubbs. And it'll be Patterson. Patterson will get the kill. Patterson now with 8 kills. Sure, I'm not lying to you at this point. I've already made the mistake once. Yeah, she has 8 kills. But Carissa Bradford, fantastic job this afternoon so far. That one will hit off of the, they're going to point up. No one saw it. I was watching the back judge. That'll be a swing, and that's hit by Sadehi, and actually it'll be Leo that will take it over. Played over by Kaminsky. A little touch over. Leo. And it'll be Patterson. This time, Kaminsky. She'll get the kill. But there was a conversation. I was watching the official on the near side to you, but on the far side to me, put his flag up as if it was to signal that it was out or hit the antenna. He didn't shake it, so I assumed he thought it was out. But play resumed. The Tigers would get the point. A swing, and that will be a point for the Tigers. And they're going to say it was a touch. Want to say who touched it, and I think they're going to challenge this. We're going to have a conversation. We're head coach Jeff Baxter right here in front of us having the conversation. And there is going to be the challenge. So as of right now, it stands at 24-19 pending this point. Be curious to see what, because from my angle, it looked like actually that it went into the net and then went out of play. So I'll be curious to see on how they'll rule this. But as of right now, they're going to go and look at it. Well, what a day Carissa Bradford has had here so far. 24-19 our score currently. Pending this point will determine on whether or not it's 23-20 or remains 24-19. But Riley Patterson with 8 kills, hitting 154. Sedona Sherman 429, and Denneman with 308, along with Bradford, who leads the way with 10 kills for both sides. 10 kills and 23 attempts at 304. She's had a couple of errors, but otherwise has had a pretty solid afternoon. Jaden Tubbs with 12 digs leads the way for the Tigers and for the Portland Pilots. Forrest and Heff both with 5 apiece. And right behind them is Liz Rich with 4. Hughes with 12 assists as far as the digs go. Carrie Williams, she has 10. And the review will change it. It's now going to be 23-20 in favor of Portland. And that's what I was curious about. It didn't look like that. Now they had to double check on who was going to serve. So it'll be Emma Scanlon that will head back. And head coach Jeff Baxter wins that review. And Scanlon will set it up. Leo Denneman. Swing, and this time it'll be Sadehi Patterson with a strong swing. Punched over, Gabby Leo. Tubbs, and now Denneman. Played by Williams. Swing, and that's blocked off. Big Gabby Leo. Denneman once again, and that will go into the net. (23-21) in favor of the Tigers. The Pilots. Once again, Scanlon back out there to serve. Tubbs. And a swing on the overpass. Tubbs still right there. And this time it'll be Gabby Leo, and Patterson will get that one hit off the net. Nice kill by Heft. That was a strong swing, and she read that one all the way and came through. Pretty much hit every square inch with her hand on that ball and went down. So for Heft, she leads the way now, 7 kills for the Pilots. She's hitting right at 500 and just 12 attempts. Claire Forrest still with 5 kills, and Liz Rich, as we mentioned, would have been one of the focuses on the Pilots. Rich leading the way in kills at 309, but she only has 4 this afternoon, and that puts her right at 313 for the Tigers. As we mentioned, Carissa Bradford had one great of an afternoon, 10 kills and 23 swings. She's hitting 304. She's had 3 errors. Yeah, Bradford now has 193 as that will go into the net as service error. And that will give the Tigers an opportunity to have set point here in set number 2. They lead 24-22. It'll be Denneman. We'll see if she can do the honors to end set 2. That one will be played by Williams. That'll be a little deep. Denneman punched over by Bradford. A little touch over. Played nicely by Kaminsky. A swing. Bradford, too long. She'll get her 11th kill, and that will end set 2. Same score, 25-22. We'll take the break. Tigers lead 2-0 from the Alex G. Spanos Center on the WCC network. Just a few seconds away from set number 3. The Tigers lead 2-0 in favor of the Tigers over the Portland Pilots West Coast Conference Volleyball. Thank you all for joining us. Jeff Dominic with you here at the Alex G. Spanos Center on the campus of the University of Pacific in Stockton, California. And what more can you say but what a performance so far here through 2 sets by Carissa Bradford. Bradford, the freshman from Granada Hills, California, has 11 kills. She's hitting .320. And the Tigers did a phenomenal job getting the change of possession. They side out was 17 of 23, 73%, while the Pilots were at 66%. Tigers hit .227. If your head coach, Greg Gibbons, I know you'd love to be hitting right at 300, but .227, he'll take it. 16 kills in set 2. And like I said, led by Carissa Bradford, who's really had a performance today. Riley Patterson with 8 kills, hitting .148. The other sophomore, Allison Denneman, 6 kills and 16 attempts, .188 as well. As a team, throughout this whole match, 214, and the Pilots have improved. They went from 135 in set one, now at 189. Overall, 162. They are led by Claire Forrest, who has 5 kills. She's hitting 154. Liz Rich has had a tough afternoon. 0-45, 4 for 22, as Gabby Leo got us going. Tubbs to Leo, and it'll be Patterson with a little tap over. Leo now to Tubbs. Tubbs will set it up, and Bradford off the fingers. Continued and keeping alive, out of play, and the first point will go. They're going to say that was touched. And I think head coach Greg Gibbons is going to have a look at that one. Allison Denneman kind of gave the emphatic no. No one touched it, and so she got gave head coach Greg Gibbons all of the convincing he needed, I should say, in order to have this one looked at. So they will take a look at that one. As of right now, it stands 1-0 in favor of the Portland Pilots. There's a good look at head coach Greg Gibbons, giving some more coaching. I don't think he ever stops coaching, to be honest with you. I've talked to head coach Greg Gibbons many a times, and there's many things he loves about this conference, but also the way he talks about this conference is that basically there's no one. Obviously, one match is never like the other, even though they're always the same opponents, i.e., they've already seen Portland the first once already. That was actually just about a month ago. We're about a day from a month ago on October 10th. These two teams squared off, and it was a 5-set match that Portland ultimately wound up winning. Right now, the Tigers lead 2-0, and in a similar position that they were in a couple of days ago. That match against Gonzaga, they were leading 2-0, and a couple of small adjustments. The Gonzaga Bulldogs came back and won 3 sets and took that final set 15-6. Tigers leading 2-0. They've won both sets 25-22, and they were looking just a second ago. Riley Patterson, I think she was showing off some battle wounds as she went into the bench at one point, diving to keep a play alive, and they're going to rule this one. And the point will be awarded to the Tigers. There was no touch, so it'll be 1-0 in favor of the Tigers. And Gabby Leo will go back to serve, and she's also the setter. It's not like I was giving you any false information. A swing blocked off by the front line, but too strong of a swing by the Pilots, and they will tie this up at 1. Kaminsky and Sherman were in the front line. Really young team are the Tigers. Only one junior is the upperclassman, as that is played by Denneman. And then Patterson will just get it over, played by Williams. A swing, and that one will be dropped down by Rich. Liz Rich with the kill. And that will give the Pilots a lead of 2-1. For Rich, that'll be her 5th kill. Played by Denneman. Leo with a nice set. A swing by Sherman. Williams will set it up. Denneman will play it. Gabby Leo. Patterson. And that was blocked in the front line. I believe I'll give it to Claire Forrest, but she was not alone in that block. Wouldn't be surprised if I see actually, that will have to wait. From what I was about to say is that was a nice play by Patterson. Claire Forrest will just push it over. It'll be Tubbs. Now that's who I was going to say was going to need to do it. Kept alive by the Pilots.
Come on, get up!
Nice touch over by Sherman. Kept alive. A little tap over to Gabby Leo. Tubbs. Give it to Patterson. That will be off the fingertips of the front line of the Pilots, and Patterson will get the kill. But I was just saying that as I was starting to say it during that little bit of a volley, I was going to say Carissa Bradford had to be that person that you had to focus on. She's had such a great afternoon, and she got a swing and it almost went down, but it was finally Riley Patterson that was able to keep it going. There's going to be a service ace, and Sharzi Sadehi. It's fun to watch her play. When there's something that happens and she's on the court, she is probably the most animated out of everybody. She'll get the ace, and the Tigers will tie this up at 3 apiece. And another nice serve played this time by the Pilots. A strong attempt. Gabby Leo with a diving attempt to keep it alive, and will go off of her fingertips. And the Pilots will regain the lead 4-3 here in set number 3. Kept alive. Tubbs will just push it over. Swing, and this one will be overplayed and will drop. Gabby Leo with a nice smile and entertaining moment. She's wipes the sweat from her cheek and was laughing all the way. Sedona Sherman will go back to serve, and I got to put the 1 in front of her name. She got a kill. Nice swing. Gabby Leo will keep it alive. Kept by Sherman, and it'll be Patterson to dump it over. Swing. Sherman once again. Gabby Leo will just get it over. This time it'll go and get slammed down by Claire Forrest. So the Pilots will regain the lead once again, 5-4. And Forrest will get her 6th kill, will be number 2 on the team. Heft leads the way for the Pilots with 7. That will skip off the net. Leo will dump over, and there will be a kill for Kaminsky. That'll be her 3rd kill. And Riley Patterson will go back to serve for the Tigers. 5-5 here in set 3. And Sadehi that one skipped off of one of the front line's hands. I want to say it might have gone off of Kaminsky. And Sadehi kind of was playing it a little bit further back. Almost could have had an opportunity if she was kind of on her back heels a little bit. Nevertheless, it went down. The Pilots will lead 6-5. The Tubbs to Leo. Kaminsky, that one will go too long. Coach Greg Gibbons saying, don't force it. This time will be Tubbs to Leo, and a free ball will be played over by Sadehi. Gabby Leo keeps it alive. Skipping off the net by Denneman. That'll go out. So nice run by the Tigers. Keeping it alive was Denneman, the last person to keep it alive, I should say. And then finally it just swings too far out. And then Sadehi will sit down. Coach Craig Gibbons was checking to see what he has left on subs. Allison Denneman will go back to serve it up for the Tigers. They trail 7-6. Nice serve, locked in the front line. They're going to say that one to the net, so that will be off the Pilots, and the Tigers will tie this up. Denneman, another nice serve. This one goes pretty far out. Played over by the Pilots on the free ball. Gabby Leo to Bradford. Played nicely by the Pilots. This time Patterson will set it up, and from the back line, it'll be Denneman. Nice play by Heft. She kind of just lofted over into no man's land, and no one was there to play it. Pilots will now lead 8-7. Bradford. They double hit it after another kill by Heft. And I think now the conversation is going to have the conversation, head coach Greg Gibbons to Bradford, on what happened on that last play. And more or less, it kind of could have been a panic swing, because after she got blocked, she kind of pushed it up and it went over towards the Pilot side, and it could have potentially set it up for another play where it could have been a give and go between her and Gabby Leo. Nevertheless, 9-8 in favor of the Pilots. And another swing, and Heft is starting to heat up here a little bit. She's had the last 3 kills for the Pilots. Heft now with 11 kills. She's now tied for the game high. It's 10-8 in favor of the Pilots. Leo. Shadona Sherman with an opportunity. Played nicely by the Pilots. Leo almost had an opportunity. She tried to dump it over, but the net kind of got in the way. That will go too far on the swing by Rich. I think there's going to be another challenge. I think they're going to say that was touched. And they are. So quickly, when that opportunity arose, head coach Greg Gibbons went straight to the team and wanted to have a conversation. As of right now, it's 10-9 in favor of the Pilots. It could be 11-8 in favor of the Pilots pending this review. But Shayla Heft, the middle, now with 11 kills. She's hitting .588 and has really started to warm up here. 3 kills in the last 4 swings for her. Heft now with 265 kills this season. Number 2 on the team. And she's matching at this point with Carissa Bradford, the freshman for the Tigers. Bradford hitting .276, so the percentage has dropped just a touch. But Riley Patterson right behind her with 9 kills. Sedona Sherman with 4. Allison Denneman with 6. Gabby Leo, to be honest, 2 kills. And there will be, I don't remember where I saw her get a second kill. I know one of them, but I don't remember the second one. But nevertheless, she'll get the kill. Or she'll have a kill, or 2 kills, I should say, and now she'll go back to serve. Kind of worked out perfectly to realize who was back to serve. Pilots blocked in the front line. Swing, Sedona Sherman with a kill. She missed it just a little bit, but she got enough of it. Then it went straight down and off the hands, I believe, of Carrie Williams. As mentioned, these two teams matched up just about a month ago. As this is an over. Played by Tubbs, just barely. Patterson with a swing. Touched over by Rich. Patterson. Played over, still nicely done by, this will be Barker that will play the free ball. And a swing by Sedona Sherman. She'll get 2 kills in a row. And she got enough of it once again, just enough just to play it and off the tips of one of the Portland Pilots' hands. It'll be Gabby Leo. Tigers now lead 11-10. A little bit of a run starting to form for the Tigers. Touched over, and this is once again is in no man's land. Barker with the kill. Katie Barker played it right in front of me, right on the top of the head of the Power Cat logo in mid-court. Sedona Sherman, she gets another kill. Well, someone's starting to warm up for the Tigers, and it's in the line of number 13, the freshman from Litchfield Park, Arizona, and Sedona Sherman, the middle for the Tigers. And I was going to say I misspoke, but I did not. That was a freshman. So Sadehi to Williams. And it'll be Rich that will just play it over softly. Patterson with a swing. Williams on the play. Rich once again. This one will go down. So for Liz Rich, as this game is now tied up at 12 apiece. Rich with her 6th kill. She's had 5 errors today as well, so she's right at 0. That'll be on the overpass. And swinging it and dropping it down, Claire Forrest. Forrest now with 7 kills, and the Pilots now lead 13-12. It'll be Patterson off the fingertips and over everyone else's head. And Patterson will get the kill, give her into double digits now. The third player into double digits. The second for the Tigers. She now has 10 kills. Bradford now has 12. A swing and a nice kill by Barker. Coach Greg Gibbons, as Sedona Sherman was walking off, and he wouldn't say it if he didn't mean it, but he basically said, "Nice job. You did a really nice job." And there's going to be a service error. First one we've said in quite a while, and probably in the last, I don't know, we're 14-14 here in set 3, and I think the last time I said that it might have been right around there in set 2. So Patterson with a nice serve. Sharzi Sadehi, and there's going to be a block right here in front of us, and it will go 15-14 in favor of the Pilots. Wanted to catch on who may have done that block, but I did not. After that play, the ball went straight to me, and had to focus on that a little bit. But 15-14 here in set number 3, and the Tigers leading 2-0. After a tough match on Thursday, Tigers have really bounced back and had a nice focus on what the job is at hand here on a Saturday afternoon. Basically 48 hours and less than 48 hours from that last match. So the Tigers really have shown signs of what we saw in those first 2 sets against Gonzaga. After that game, it was kind of a little bit of a blank stare in some ways, and just more of a disbelief on what happened. But the Tigers here in this match have really come out strong, and although they trailed this one 15-14, the back line, Scanlon off in the back in order to serve it up for the Pilots. Nice serve, goes right to Tubbs, Leo, and a swing by Kaminsky. That'll be a kill that goes right off the net and in between a couple of defenders. The kill will go to Cassidy Naoni. It'll be Denneman. That'll go too far. Head coach Greg Gibbons gets up right here in front of us right after that. Still back to serve is Scanlon. Goes to Sadehi. Tubbs looked around for a moment and then said, "Okay, I'll take it." And a long shot by Denneman. First time we've said her name, putting a kill by it. Denman now with 7 kills.
She's now serving for the Tigers.
And we'll go back to serve for the Tigers. Denman from Indiana. Block up front by the Pilots. There's going to be an ace. And head coach Greg Gibbons right here will call a timeout. So 19-15 in favor of the Pilots.
Fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Get on your feet and make some noise for the Tiger team. That's a free t-shirt.
We'll get you some updated stats. And for the Pilots, first Pilots, they're improving. They're now at 215, and in this set, they're hitting 333, 14 kills. With Shayla Heft leading the way. She's 12 of 18. She's at 6'11". She did have that one error. With Cassidy Naoni with 3 kills. Claire Forrest, 7 kills. And Liz Rich, who's had a tough day. 6 kills, 5 errors, 32 attempts, 0-31. Kelly Hughes with 21 assists. And it'll be Carrie Williams. She has 18 digs. Right behind her is Emma Scanlon with 12. Tigers have 3 players with double-digit digs. A swing by Kaminsky goes right towards the back line. And there's an attempt by Rich. Played well by Patterson. A swing this time, Carissa Bradford. But Jaden Tubbs, Allison Denneman, and Gabby Leo in double digits and digs. Portland leads 8-4 in the blocks. It'll be Jaden Tubbs. Still amazes me how quiet this place can get on a Tiger serve. Patterson, Gabby Leo. Here's Bradford once again. Cleared out by Williams. The swing right to Denneman. Patterson. Just too long. But Denneman with 7 kills. Double check on Bradford. I swore that I saw it said that she had 12 kills, and it's showing her now with 12. I thought she had 13. Riley Patterson will have to send it up, and played over by Bradford. Touched over. Bradford will dig it out. Patterson with a swing, and a nice swing that went straight down almost. Barker with the kill. That will get head coach Greg Gibbons up once again. As the Pilots lead 21-16 here in set number 3. There's a quick timeout, really just to get the Tigers to refocus. (21-16) here in set number 3. Timeout just about over. The coaching staff for the Pilots just break the huddle. The Tigers will need a serious rally in order to make this a straight sweep.
Hey, here you go.
Carrie Williams in the back. She will serve it for the Pilots. Right off the back of the net, Williams, Gabby Leo, and that will be a kill by Sedona Sherman. She's had a good set, number 3. She's had 4 kills in this set. And Gabby Leo mentioned that the Tigers would need a rally, and if there's someone that's been able to be a rally starter, it was Gabby Leo. Every time it seems that she's in the back to serve, the Tigers get on a little bit of a run. Swing by Rich, played by Denneman. Patterson off the head of Sherman and continued to stay alive. Getting it over were the Tigers. Rich on the block. Rich once again. This one will go too long. And 2 players went down. Rich slower to get up. They're going to say the point went to Portland. There's going to be a confusion a little bit. There's going to be a head coach Greg Gibbons having a conversation with the near official. They're going to go up to the up official. I always enjoyed the up official, Kevin. I apologize, I don't have his last name, but we always kind of exchange pleasantries last couple of times, and it was funny because I'm terrible with names or remembering names, especially the first time I meet someone. And for whatever reason, however you want to say it, but I said, it's Kevin, right? And he's like, yeah, hey, good memory. I go, you're the one of the only, because it doesn't happen very often. Just checking to see what may have been discussed. So now going to go talk to head coach Jeff Baxter, and I'm wondering if they're going to replay the point. That kind of got the shock value off of one of the Pilots players. I'm going to say that was Emma Scanlon. And she kind of backed off and was like, almost in shock, like either 1, it was me, or 2, like how is that possible? It was more of a how is that possible kind of reaction. And I'm looking at, looks like Claire Forrest is putting both thumbs up as if this is going to be a replay on the point. And she's also having a good time with some of her teammates that are sitting along the side of the bench. Double check on it. So it's going to be a replay on the point. I believe it's going to be 22-17. Double checking on it. Gabby Leo will be the one that's serving. I believe it's 21-17. There's the correction. 21-17. There's a swing, and that will be a kill by Rich. So now it'll be 22-17. Kelly Hughes will go to serve for the Pilots, the junior. Gabby Leo for Bradford. Blocked in the front line. Sedona Sherman will get the block, and the Tigers trailed 22-18. Sharzi Sadehi. I like that in the volleyball roster. They put Sharzi in quotes just to kind of shorten it up, it seems like. Sadehi with the kill, and she'll jump up and down. I love watching her play. Well, her reactions are classic. 22-19 in favor of the Pilots. Sadei will go back to serve once again. Sadei to Williams. Swing by Rich. Dump over. Will be played off by Denneman. Swing by Patterson. That will be blocked and will land by Rich. And it's 23-19. Bench side for the Tigers yelling out, side out. And they're going to be a little bit of a mop-up right here in front. Allison Denneman pointing out to Angel, one of the gentlemen that are part of the crew today. A little bit of a busy day here on the campus of the University of Pacific. That one goes straight to Denneman. Gabby Leo will set it up. Swing by Sedona Sherman. And there's Sharzi Sadei jumping around in the back row. I love it. Sedona Sherman will get the kill. That's her 9th. And she'll go back to serve for the Tigers. 23-20 in the serve by Sherman. A swing, and that will be blocked, but will go out of play. Denneman with the attempt, and it'll be set point. Getting too far ahead of myself, but set point for the Pilots. They lead 24-20 here in set number 3. Always curious. I always watch the defensive lineup for both sides and get an opportunity to see sometimes. Swing by Denneman. That's off the tips of Hughes, and it'll be Denneman with the kill. I believe that's only her 8th kill. Kind of not used to saying that. So Riley Patterson trying to keep it alive for the Tigers. A little lofting serve. A swing and a kill and a block. Blocked by Kaminsky and Denneman combined. And it's 24-22. And I would almost suspect if the Tigers get this one, they will call a timeout. Set up, dumped over, punched up by Kaminsky. Gabby Leo, now Denneman. And that will go off the side of the hand of one of the Pilots. Dump over. Denneman plays it perfectly. Kaminsky actually stood on the net for a good few seconds. Dump over. Patterson. Now it'll be Gabby Leo once again. This time it'll be Denneman. And she'll get the kill. Taking a look, I thought there it is. I thought there was going to be a timeout. 24-23 in favor of the Pilots, but the Tigers have scored 4 straight to bring this one back within 1. And really what a performance by quite a few players. I mean, it's kind of hard to really pinpoint one, but for Portland, Liz Rich has started to kind of come back around. She only has 6 kills. But how about Katie Barker? She's got 6 kills in 19 attempts. She's hitting .316. The team as a whole is hitting 200. 261 in this set. Well, the Tigers have kind of decreased a little bit. They're hitting 182. They're 203 overall. 45 kills in total for the Tigers, led by Carissa Bradford. Allison Denneman with 9, and Riley Patterson with 10. Sedona Sherman with 8. So I gave her 9, so she has 8 at this point. The blocks 9-6 in favor of Portland. And it will be Riley Patterson that will go back to serve for the Tigers. Slamming it a couple of times with her right hand. And a shot that will go into the net, and that will end it. So 23-25. Pilots will take set number 3, and we'll go to 4. So 25-23 here in set 3. Tigers lead this one 2-1 in the sets. We'll step aside. We'll take the break. Set 4 just about to come up here from the from the Alex G. Spano Center, the WCC Network. 2-1, the Tigers lead the Portland Pilots here at the Alex G. Spano Center, the West Coast Conference matchup featuring the Portland Pilots and the University of Pacific Tigers. Jeff Dominic, what do you thank you very much for joining us? As the Tigers were able to take the first 2 sets, 25-22 and 25-22, the Portland Pilots were able to get set number 3, 25-23. The Tigers gave it a little bit of a run with a 4 straight points before the timeout called by Jeff Baxter, and it kind of almost did the same essential thing of freezing the kicker. Well, I guess you can consider it freezing the server. Riley Patterson was back to serve and was unfortunately set one into the net, and that is where the Pilots will take that victory. But get you caught up on some of the stats. The Pilots right at 200 in kills versus times versus attack attempts, while the Tigers are at 203, just a couple of ticks above. The Pilots, they're led by Shayla Heft. She's got 12 kills. She's hitting 500 this afternoon, while Liz Rich has had a tough afternoon. The one that you would normally say is the focal point is a little touch over by Kaminsky. Was played nicely by the Pilots. A swing played by the Tigers, and it'll be Bradford that will have the touch, and she'll get her first kill in the set, her 13th overall, and she's been the go-to whenever the Tigers have needed it. Well, the first point will go to her as Jaden Tubbs, played by Williams. A swing by Rich, just more of a little bit of a punch over, but she put it perfectly in between the defense, and she will get the kill. So for Rich, that's her 7th kill of the afternoon. 3rd on the team this afternoon, as there's a kill by the freshman Sedona Sherman. And Sedona Sherman will get her 9th kill. And we'll put Gabby Leo, so we went from Tubbs to Leo. Went right to Carrie Williams, and a swing blocked off in the front. And Sedona Sherman along with Carissa Bradford combined. I think they may have given it to Carissa Bradford, but both of them were right there in order to keep that one right in front of Forrest. There's a swing on the far side. That'll be blocked. First time we've said Jade Harris, the freshman from Marietta, California, she actually just got her first swing of the afternoon. Correction, her 2nd. I was correct the first time. It was her first attempt. We haven't seen her at all until today. That is going to be an ace by Gabby Leo. Double check on Gabby Leo. She's had that's her 2nd ace of the afternoon. Nice behind the back set, and Claire Forrest dumps it for the kill. Tigers lead 5-2 here in set number 4 for Forrest. That's her 9th kill. Just one away of joining teammate Shayla Heft in double digits. Played by Patterson behind the back, and there is Bradford once again. Bradford with 14 kills. Sharzi Sadehi will head back to serve. Sadehi will tap over. They're going to say that's a mishandle on the attack error on Kelly Hughes. But Sadehi has 2 aces on the afternoon. Another nice one. Williams with the play. A swing went off the net. Tubbs will play it up. Patterson. Williams will take care of it. Set up by the Pilots. That time Deneman. Deneman will get the kill. She did a good job, almost Matrix-like, keeping, just basically ducking and letting that one go over her head and go out of play. So Deneman, if I've got that correctly, mark her down. She now joins Bradford and Patterson in double digits. He's got 10 kills this afternoon. Dahy. Two Pilots had to kind of get out of the way of each other, and it was slammed down by Shayla Heft. Heft with 13 kills. Tied for match high. Emma Scanlon. A nice serve. It'll be Deneman with the swing. Played by Williams. Harris had another attempt. Swing. This one will be played nicely. That'll go too far. So Jade Harris, a couple of times now, she's had a couple of swings and just has not been on the right side of the kill. So Sedona Sherman will go back to serve. Skims one off the net. Swing and it'll be blocked, but so hard it'll go out of play. So give the kill to Heft. Tigers lead 9-4 here in set number 4. Leo to Deneman. Deneman with a touch. Rich with a touch as well. Tubbs sets it up. Patterson. And the attack error goes out of play nearest us. The Tigers going from right to left on your screen. They're wearing the white jerseys, black shorts. Pilots wearing the all black, purple Portland written. They're going to say that was touched. Riley Patterson with the kill. The Tigers lead 10-5. For Patterson, that's her 12th kill. That'll go just too far. And right in front of me, the bench kind of was holding their breath for Portland, just making sure that that did not find a corner. So a service error for the Tigers. And that will put Carrie Williams to the back to serve it for the Pilots. Right towards Patterson, Gabby Leo. Kept alive by Leo after the block on the Pilots. Deneman, and that will find a spot, and that will get head coach Jeff Baxter right up right now. And he'll say that that was out, and he's pointing at at one of the officials, saying that he got that one wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, the previous play is now under review.
As of right now, it shows 11-6. Pending this point, it could be 10-7. Showing right now Deneman with 11 kills. 3 Tigers in double digits. Deneman with 11, Bradford with 14, and Patterson with 12. Bradford would have the match high with 14 kills. For the Pilots, they're led by Shayla Heft. She's got 12. Forrest with 9, Claire Forrest. And then right behind her, Liz Rich with 8. Rich hitting .049 this afternoon. It's the way that she's had her season's been. It's pretty amazing just to say that. An eye on head coach Greg Gibbons talking about trajectories on the way that after a hit's going down, in order to have Jaden Tubbs be prepared on certain certain attacks. The point went to the Pilots, so it's 10-7. In favor of the Tigers. Kerry Williams will go back to serve for the Pilots. Tubbs and a dump over. Gabby Leo with a little bit of a Tiger Woods style fist pump will get the kill. There's going to be an ace. Denneman. And I was just thinking, I was trying to think of the player's name that came to mind when it came over the dump overs. Nobody, I don't think anybody played it better as far as, in my mind, as far as a Tiger player goes than Kimmy Whitson. Graduated about 4 years ago. Another good play by Denneman. Set up by Rich. Tried to keep it alive. Able to. The swing blocked in the front line. Kept alive by the Pilots. A free ball set over by the Pilots. Kerry Williams. A swing. This one will go down off the attempt of Gabby Leo. Head coach Jeff Baxter right up here in front of us. I think he was frustrated. He thought there should have been a call that should have ended this a little sooner. (12-8) in favor of the Tigers. And that will go too far. Service error by the Pilots. Got that correctly. Kelly Hughes. It was Kelly Hughes that was serving. Jaden Tubbs will go back for the Tigers. 13-8 here in set number 4. Played by Williams. Hughes will have to play it and give it to Rich. Swing over. Played by Williams. Rich. That'll go in off the fingers of, I believe that was Sedona Sherman that may have touched. And after that kill, Rich will go ahead and sit down. Grace Zilbert blocked off in the front. Sedona Sherman, another attempt. And I think that's going to be an illegal touch. Last touch by Sedona Sherman. So the error will go against the Tigers, and the Pilots will continue to serve. They trail 13-10 here in set 4. Timeout going to be called by head coach Greg Gibbons. So 13-10 in favor of the Tigers, looking to close this one out. They lead 2-1. They took the first 2 sets 25-22 in both sets that they won, and the third set the Pilots won 25-23. And this one 13-10. Carissa Bradford leading the way with 14 kills. Riley Patterson with 12 and Allison Denneman with 11 up to the current stats that I have in front of me. And I believe that is correct. I just haven't put the little mark in front of my notes here for Denneman. Shayla Heft with 12 kills. Liz Rich, I believe, has 9 now. Serve right towards Denneman. It's on the up, and slammed down by Carissa Bradford. She now has 15 kills for the Tigers and leads the way for both sides. 14-10 in favor of the Tigers, and Gabby Leo will go back to serve for the Tigers. Swing attempt and a block by Sedona Sherman, for both hands in the air by Sherman. Another nice serve by Leo, played by the Pilots, and a swing that goes down for Claire Forrest. Forrest, I have her, she has 11 kills now this afternoon. Back to serve for the Pilots is Barker, and that will go too long. Another service error. It's been a little bit of time since I said that, but it's been, when they've come in critical moments, and this one was for the Pilots. And it'll be Sharze Sadehi, the freshman. That will play it off of Grace, and that will go a long pass over and over towards Sedona Sherman. Played over, and finally in front of the net, Claire Williams, I think, didn't realize that may have been the last attempt for the Pilots until the last second, and she may have heard free at the last second and tried to continue the play. Sharze Sadehi back once again. That one will go right into the net. She was aiming for Heft, who's had a phenomenal game as well tonight, this afternoon. My mind is already starting to head off to the nightcap. But because the Tigers women's soccer team is gonna be honoring Senior Day later on this evening, so it'll be fun to watch that one. I think there's 4 seniors being honored later on this evening. So if you're in the area and you want to have a lot of athletics, there's a chance to see a lot of athletics. Here's one. You got water polo that's currently going on, and of course, women's soccer that'll be later on this evening. A swing by Heft and blocked in the front, and it'll be blocked by Denneman as well as others. Tigers lead 19-12. Nice serve over by the Tigers, a little touch over. Played by Gabby Leo, and a free ball by Riley Patterson will send it over. Heft, played by Leo. Set by Sedona Sherman, swing. Played once again by Kaminsky. Patterson. And it will be actually, the Tigers will get the point, but a net violation and a timeout going to be called by head coach Jeff Baxter right here in front of us as the Tigers lead 20-12. And when you look at everything, the way that the Tigers have put it together offensively, they have 4 players in double digits. Sedona Sherman just reaching the double-digit mark. She has 10 kills, hitting .500, while Allison Denneman at 11. Riley Patterson now with 15, and Carissa Bradford with 15. For Portland, Liz Rich has 8 kills. She was the one that I was going to focus on the most tonight, or this afternoon. But Shayla Heft has been the talk for the Pilots, hitting .409, 12 of 22 with 3 errors. The Pilots do lead the blocks 9-6. Both teams trying to get right at 500. Pilots at 11-12 this season. The Tigers are at 12-13. And the last time these two teams met, it was a 5-set victory for the Pilots. Heft with a little bit of a dump over. She'll get the kill. So Heft's stellar night continues. She's got 13. Cassidy Naoni with the serve. Denneman to Williams. Set by Rich. Rich just kind of dumped it over. Little touch over by Kaminsky. Rich once again, and I'll mention it here in just a second. I saw something by Kaminsky that kind of caught me, as that's going to be Denneman. That will drop. Denneman with the kill. But I was watching Kaminsky, and it almost as if she knew that it was going to go to Rich, and she pointed at her teammate, Riley Patterson, to move over towards Liz Rich's side. Heft. And care by the Tigers. Denneman. That'll go down. Denneman has scored the last 2. She's got 13 kills. (22-13) in favor of the Tigers. Patterson will serve it. That's a long serve. Almost went out. Continued on the play. And it'll be Rich that will just play the free ball. Patterson to Leo. Denneman. And that will drop. She will have a little bit of a wry smile. And she's now got 3 in a row. Patterson, that was hit awkwardly. So Rich will just get it over. Dump over. Kept alive. Pilots will keep it alive. It'll be Gabby Leo. Sherman played by Rich. Heft will get it over. Leo Denneman. Well, Tubbs will keep it alive. Blocked by Heft among others. Kaminsky. And we are now at match point, 24-13. Patterson with the serve. Heft. It'll be a free ball played by Patterson. Heft once again. Played. Denneman. That's too long. (24-14). Carrie Williams will go back to serve. I think Denneman wanted to match the team high in kills in that last one. Maybe Leo. Denneman once again. That will do it. So just as I said that I think that's what she was trying to do, she has 15 kills, and the Tigers will win this one 25-14. And they will now improve to 13-13, 5-9 in the conference. And the Portland Pilots will fall to 11-13 and 3-10 in conference. Leading the way, of course, not only was it Allison Denneman, but Carissa Bradford and Riley Patterson, all with 15 kills apiece. Double checking, make sure that I'm not lying to you, because I would hate to do that. 4 Tigers in double digits. And once again, those 3 players led the way, but Sedona Sherman also was right there for the Tigers and for the Pilots. It was Shayla Heft who had 13 kills and a tough day for and you see that a little bit of a different atmosphere for the Tigers. They're really enjoying this one. Last time that I saw them, I was holding the camera, and they had a little bit of a tough time believing on the last time they were on this court. But this time the Tigers enjoying this one as they win this one 25-14 and take the set to match 3-1. Claire Forrest also had 11 kills. The Pilots, as a team, hit 203. For the Tigers, they hit 253. And I'm going to quickly look, and it was Sedona Sherman who had the best afternoon out of everyone, minus Kelly Hughes, who went 1 for 2. But the Sedona Sherman, 10 kills, 1 attack error, and 18 attempts. And they will win this one. Once again, the final scores of 25-22, 25-22, 23-25, and 25-14. A 3-1 victory over the Portland Pilots. I want to thank Chris Fortner. He was the Sports Information Director on duty. Janet D. Lucas is the Athletic Director. I want to thank her for allowing me to have the opportunity to come out here and do these games on a regular basis, whether it's here or a different athletic event. Michael January is the director, but the video coordinator was Clara. And Clara, I apologize, I don't have your last name, but she does a phenomenal job, normally hitting the replay button on a lot of other, and as well as many other tasks that Michael has her involved in. But she did a fantastic job as well at controlling the crew on a regular basis. So I want to thank her and what she's done this afternoon. So for that, my name is Jeff Dominic. I want to thank you all very much for joining us here from the Alex G. Spanos Center. The Tigers take this one 3-1 over the Portland Pilots here from the Alex G. Spanos Center on the campus of the University of Pacific in Stockton, California on the WCC network. Have a great rest of the afternoon, everyone. Goodbye.